Well, we have no clue what is going on here this morning. We have computers that are not working. We have stuff that's not happening. We just really do not know, I guess, huh? Yeah,
Okay.
it won't. Nothing's rolling right. Computers are dying. The web's,
All right. Come on. Come
and it's
on.
not just one, it's multiple things.
Yeah. The
The only common
YouTube.
factor is me.
YouTube is perfect. Facebook is just spinning.
Oh, it's not, so Facebook is not live?
Live video is starting. It shows live, but yet the video is not.
Well, maybe I'll just keep talking and
You just
something
keep
might
talking.
just happen. You never,
If
ever
I
know,
could get
do you?
out of it. Oh, well, it would help if
Okay.
I use the right mouse.
Oh, this is impossible to believe. It's really totally impossible to believe. This morning is Friday. Is it the 13th? It should be.
No, not
Yeah, I
yet.
think it is. I
Close
think
enough.
it's a Friday.
26.
It's Friday the 13th somewhere. Let's just put it
Right.
that way. That's the way I'm looking at it. Come on, Facebook, be up. Oh, I got this going.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We rewrite the rules. The countdown has begun. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7.
What do you do?
I'm waiting to see if Facebook will open up. It's not opening up yet.
I'm going to try to
All right.
6, 5,
Well, while you're playing with that, we'll be on YouTube playing around over here on YouTube.
2, 1.
I just don't. I'm not having any good luck with social media. Computers in general are messed up. Is that live now, or is that not live? No.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Okay.
It says it might be live, and
See, it's doing the same
Yeah.
thing. It's Facebook. It's not us. It's good now.
are we live?
Facebook is live now.
Or is it
Facebook.
Memorex? Is it Memorex? Or is it
Facebook had
live?
issues.
I'm not going to play the opening again. Well, maybe I should just for the Facebook post. What do you
Let's
think?
just do it. Just do it. Let's start the morning all over again. Go ahead, play it again.
Well, guess what?
Maybe.
Guess what?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We rewrite the rules.
Somebody breaks
Here we
them
are.
The countdown has begun.
We're good.
twice.
The show starts in 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that final one sounds just like what I needed to sound like. A boom, de boom, de boom, de boom, de boom, boom, boom. What
Started in the morning.
Well, it actually started yesterday or whenever. I'm not sure what's going on. Thank goodness it's Friday. At the same time, unfortunately, it's Friday. Good morning, y'all. I'm Rayford Brown, and this is shaping up to be a stressful day at best.
No, not at all. And good morning. I'm Lee Barrels, and we're going to make it through.
No, I think it's over. It's all over. It's all. We don't know what to do. I got more crap to get done before I can even
Crap.
try to go to sleep tonight. More than I can imagine, more than you even want to consider. It scares me when I think that I've done a lot of other stuff that had to get done, it seems like, at the last minute before I can get moving on what I will get done before the the single biggest amateur radio 24-hour event of
Okay.
every year, and it kicks off in 24 hours for us, for me.
Yes, it does.
Still tools to be packed, antennas to be taken down and packed up, radios and power supplies, backup gear, computers, oh God, and everything associated with this major event called Field Day. And to top it off, I've got to come up with something to cook to add to the pile of food
That's right.
needed to keep the troops well fed.
I've been waiting for the list.
I don't have a clue. And the weather forecast is calling for a possibility of thunderstorms while we're hanging 132-foot antennas at the tops of 75-foot tall pine trees tomorrow
Well, good
morning.
news.
Zip, bam.
Rain is holding off all afternoon.
I'm worried about the thunderstorms. Is there any
It's
way I can
holding
take
off.
just 3 hours to hide somewhere today? Hide. Apparently, there isn't until at least Sunday night. Then I got to clean up all this stuff and start all over from scratch. Ah, wow. How was your day?
Today, this morning,
Yeah.
I walk into all this thunderstorms in here going on
Negativity.
and negativity and but you know what? It's all good.
No, it's
And
not.
for those of you that said they were having a hard time getting on Facebook this morning,
What do you
Facebook
think?
and I had a conversation and they listened and we're good now. So
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But
I'm beginning to understand Walter more and more every
Walter the dummy.
the other dummy
Mm-hmm.
every single day.
Anyway, it's going to be a great day. You're going to be busy
No,
after we go off. I'm going to
I'm
go home to
already
the
busy.
yard. Not that it really needs a lot done to
Then
it.
don't do it.
Well, because if I don't do it, and the rain comes in this weekend like we're hoping,
It'll just soak up in the soil.
no, the weeds will grow overnight. So I just want to manicure it. I just want to get it looking a little neat, and I'm good to go. My biggest thing is, okay, let's talk about this. I have had a time with the windshield on my truck. Went to a car wash a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. It's one of those you go through the wash, which I don't like to do
Mistake number one.
because it ripped the antenna off my truck. But anyway,
Oh, my.
then I go to where you vacuum out. Free vacuuming, they say. No, you're actually paying for it. And they have these towels that you can use for
Clean your
clean.
windshield.
So I used the
No.
towel and the spray, and I noticed the towel kind of felt
Greasy.
sort of, but they were clean towels.
No, they weren't.
Well, anyway, clean the windows. But early in the morning or late at night when you're driving and the lights or the sun hits your windshield, you've got all these streaks, right?
Film.
Do you know how many times I have cleaned the inside of my windshield?
Not enough.
So yesterday I went and bought Windex.
Get a new
I
windshield.
figured I'm going to have to. And I sprayed and I sprayed and I wiped and I wiped and I said, crystal clear, yes.
And then
Coming in this morning, when that sun hit the windshield, I'm seeing all these streaks. Am I going to have to take an acid wash or something to get this stuff off my windshield?
I told you vinegar.
I've used vinegar. It did not take out the streaks.
And then there's
That's why I bought the
alcohol,
Windex.
rubbing alcohol.
Oh, could you? I have to ride with the windows down. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try.
Try the alcohol.
I cannot get the
We
streaks out.
used to clean windows with alcohol. Seriously.
I want to go back to the car wash and
Yeah.
I'm going to say, what are you putting on your towels?
Fix this.
Is it wax of some kind?
No.
I'm going to have to get a new windshield
I'm
racer.
thinking, just get behind a gravel truck somewhere and let a rock come over. And,
Oh, man, I've
and
had
get
that
you.
happen before.
most
A
of
friend
the
and I were talking about getting
time.
behind
Don't drive behind me.
those big trucks that have pigs in them. That happened to me one time. I got stuck
That's
behind
just absolutely dumb.
it. Well, I couldn't. It was 2-lane road. Couldn't get around them. So I
Stop and
backed,
have a
Look.
go to nap. Take a nap.
I backed off so as to not to be so close to him. Do you know? Before I got to my destination, I went to a car wash.
Pig poop.
There was pig poop and pig pee pee all over my truck.
We all the way home.
And don't get behind a chicken truck. Mm-mm.
You know just what that chicken stuff that you make try to make chicken salad out of is all.
Yeah, but the pig truck was the worst.
Well, you're making my day sound better all the time.
See, there you go.
Phew. There are a lot of things in this earth I don't understand. Around here, I don't get, right? In many situations, it's simply because I'm ignorant.
Go to a city council meeting.
I'm not stupid. There's a difference between being ignorant and being stupid. Ignorance is just nothing but a state of not knowing how something works, right?
Right.
And
Exactly.
we're
Yes.
all ignorant to some things, right?
If you're going to start on computers, I had a day yesterday. Go ahead.
If I start on computers right now, I have 21 gun salute for it. But in one situation, I'm trying to figure out how we've come to actually trust crooks.
What?
We trust crooks.
Explain yourself.
I'm going to. Just don't interrupt me,
Okay, I'm
because
quiet.
I might get confused.
I'll just sit here and drink my coffee. Go
Is there
ahead.
such a word as confused-er?
If you want it to be, yes.
Now you're learning. I don't mean those guys who have been arrested because the police suspect they're crooks and a magistrate has agreed with the police and assigned a warrant requiring this person or that person to spend some quality time in the jailhouse until his court date rolls around. Of course, in many cases, depending upon the character and history of the crook and any experience the judicial community has had with the crook, a financial agreement can allow the crook to spend his time contemplating how he ended up where he is. That's called a bail bond. We got that so far?
Check.
But when did it become a thing? When did it become a thing to allow these same individuals who have gone to court where a verdict of guilty has been rendered by a jury and a prison term is ordered to this person, only to tell said convicted crook to, hey, go home, get your stuff together, and report to the den mother at a certain time and date. The den mother being the jailer. What happened to the days that when the judge handed down the prison term, these guys are going to serve, and the bailiff, a deputy sheriff in the courtroom, was ordered, sheriff, take this man to jail to serve his sentence,
Right.
or take him into custody to transport him to the State Department of Corrections. When did those days stop? Why do we allow somebody we just convicted, a jury is just convicted, and we've handed down a sentence, you're going to spend 10 years in prison. Why do we allow this person to go home and get his crap together and come back? Why do we trust him that he's going to do that? He's a crook, convicted. Crooks are liars, all of them. Beaufort County, one of those guys failed to show up for his appointment with the detention center. The law is now looking to catch again, think about the expense involved here, 39-year-old Leslie Kitchens or something. He was convicted of domestic violence, stealing a gun, breaking and entering, and interfering with emergency communications. But wait, there's more. There's also an active, outstanding warrant in nearby Martin County on a charge of possession of a gun by a convicted felon. Obviously, the judicial system does not require those in charge to exhibit any degree of common sense. Did you understand what I just said? This guy is convicted and he's wanted by another jurisdiction, and the judge allows him to go home before he comes back to serve his prison sentence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all, somebody
Take
needs
a
to
breath.
explain that to me.
Take a breath. I'm going to put my headphones back on. I had to take them off. You were on a roll.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine, but I was just like,
But no, seriously. When you tell a man, when he goes to see the judge and the jury and whatever the process is that he has to do, he knows what the possibilities are.
yes,
You know that you either going to go home
right,
and you're going to be a free man,
right,
or you're going to go to prison. Dean, right?
yes. Make your arrangements.
Why do you give him more time after that, after he's convicted? I mean, what does he have to lose by not coming to prison? Go somewhere, change your name, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
There's always a chance in rolling the dice about going to court. and listen and wait for the jury to make up its mind. There's always a chance the jury is going to side with you. You go to court expecting that. You hope for the best, right?
Exactly.
But you always plan for the worst. And the worst is, all right, bailiff, sheriff, take this man and put him in jail.
There was a story that came out, and I cannot remember where it was, but it was a while back where someone had been found guilty. They let him out before he went to prison, and he killed somebody.
This was the case.
Yes.
We don't know that he hasn't killed somebody. I mean, he's out.
But that is in North Carolina?
This is in Beaufort County, Washington. Little Washington. Tiny little Washington.
Yeah,
where
it
they
is.
have
They've got one nice
strange
restaurant
judges.
with good fried chicken. But yeah, there's, we've talked about a lot of that over the years,
Yeah.
complaining about
I
the
do
court
that a lot.
system. Yes, but I don't
Justifiably
understand
so,
it.
though. Do you agree?
Why would you go home and feed your dogs and get your toothpaste and report to prison at 4? Seriously?
Uh-huh.
I mean, are you gonna do that, or are you just gonna keep on going?
So we yeah, what's he got to lose?
That's all right. Just go out and rob another place, get some money, go and do your thing, leave a trail. Happy days.
Change your name.
Change your name,
Go to
cut
an
your
island,
hair.
Go to an island somewhere.
Well,
Right, and then the expense, the danger of having to rearrest a man who's convicted who doesn't want to go to prison. How about the danger to those officers that they got to go get him when they find him?
exactly.
What are you,
Exactly.
Mr. Judge, going to say when
That
one of those
reminds
guys gets
me.
hurt?
Right.
Why don't you go get him, Judge? You know, any judge that has to do that, here's a gun, Judge. You go find this dude. Here's some handcuffs. You bring him in.
Well, moving on. Speaking of deputies, of sad news
Yeah.
out of Columbus County yesterday.
It's awful.
A Columbus County Sheriff's deputy died Thursday morning when a tractor trailer hit his patrol vehicle while in a highway work
Oh,
zone
my.
on US 7476. Sheriff Bill Rogers said
Hate
during a
that,
press
hate
conference
that location.
that Deputy Damian Draper, B-O-S-T, 30 years of age, was
Child.
parked in the median with emergency lights activated to warn drivers about a repaving project in the westbound lanes near the Hallsboro Road exit. The tractor trailer crashed into the cruiser from behind around 10:40 a.m.
In the morning.
In the bright
Not
daylight.
tonight.
The NCDOT said a subcontractor crew was working in the area when the crash happened. And the crew, hired by S.T. Wooten of Wilson, which we're familiar with S.T. Wooten, we see them everywhere, was using a truck-mounted drill and a pavement marking vehicle to place permanent lane markings.
So the deputy was in the median with his equipment running, right?
Yes, with his lights flashing.
I'm sorry. And he got hit from behind?
You got hit from behind. Which, that's pretty self-explanatory. Picture that. He has survived. The deputy has survived. He's been with the Columbus County 8 years. Sheriff's Office. Survived by his wife and 2 children.
Came of age.
What's that?
Since he first got old enough to be a deputy.
Yeah.
Basically.
Daniel Samuel McPherson, 33, was charged Thursday with misdemeanor death by vehicle, reckless driving, failure to reduce speed. Why is it considered misdemeanor?
It was not intentional.
So maybe I didn't intend to shoot somebody. It just happened.
That claim has been made.
I know it. I understand why, but I don't understand
Idiot that
why.
is now dead, Marcus Rader, he claimed that the gun went off by accident. I had it.
Gun went off by itself. Yeah.
I didn't
I'm like,
mean to do it. It was an accident.
It was an accident.
Went off
I
by
didn't mean to
itself,
shoot him between the eyes. It was an accident.
just above her left eye.
Oh, really? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I did that one too.
Okay.
Don't get me started already.
Happy days.
Okay.
Our senator will be here at 7:30.
Oh, he's got some explaining to do.
Oh, my gosh. No, I have a very special judge that I'm talking with about. We're just trying to find the right day.
Oh,
Because-
today would be good.
No, it would not be. He would not get a word in edgewise.
Yes, he would. He had a lot explaining today.
No, we're going to bring him in. A very,
I
very
object, Your
sensitive-
Honor. You're off track here. You're not staying on track here. Speaking of staying on track and confusion. Now you got to let me get through this because I started yesterday.
I'm not
And we got
saying a word.
interrupted. And we got interrupted by the telephones.
I'm just getting my weather up and
So
ready.
I'm
Go
going
ahead.
to go through this. Y'all try to call right now. You don't have to give me a minute or 7. I've re-looked at the video that you sent me, and I still don't quite get it. It was a little infuriating to watch the Tuesday afternoon/evening video. I'm still trying to understand the Jacksonville City Council meeting. This was Tuesday night. It wasn't a scheduled meeting. It was scheduled on Saturday. It was intended, as I was led to believe, a special called meeting. And that's the way it was listed. Some people thought it was an emergency meeting. It was not an emergency meeting. The topic involved a North Carolina House bill, the House bill to abolish the ward system in Jacksonville, and ended up as a bit of a raised voices meeting and some name calling. Now, this is a North Carolina House bill that affects the city of Jacksonville and the way the voting system is set up for city council and mayor. That's what it's all about.
Right.
The House bill, introduced by 2 of our legislators, and apparently gained a lot of foothold, a lot of traction, right? The
Yes.
House bill has got nothing to do. The city council does not have to approve it. You and I don't have to approve it. It's a House bill,
Correct.
and it's still in discussion. It's to abolish the ward system. We have 4 wards in the city, and there are some questions, legitimate questions about why in the first place, but that's water over the dam. Now, what do we do about it? At one point, Councilman Nathaniel Jerome Willingham, who lists his residence as being in Ward 1, that's basically the downtown area, called fellow Councilman Michael Yanero a liar over an issue involving a civil suit, related, unrelated, whatever, that the councilman brought against the city of Jacksonville a bunch of years ago. Yanero is the recently retired police chief of the city. Both men were elected in last year's municipal elections, Willingham representing Ward 1, Yanero being elected at large by everybody in Jacksonville. Someday, one day, someone is going to be able to make me understand how the ward system benefits the residents of Jacksonville. At any rate, a motion was made during the special call meeting to proceed with redrawing the district lines. In reality, that has nothing to do with the House bill. It's got nothing to do with what the state House does with this bill. This whole thing will eliminate the ward system in Jacksonville if it passes and is either signed by the governor or overridden by a House majority if the governor refuses to sign it. Now, let me explain a couple things to y'all. As interpreted, not by me, but I'm just pointing them out. Under North Carolina law, it's general statute. Okay, that's a law. 160A-71, a city council may only transact business or vote on items that were specified in a special meeting notice. There is an exception to that statute. If every single member of the council is present or has signed a written waiver of notice that can add and vote on unlisted items, they can do that by telephone or whatever. But there is another issue that involves what they call the public and the media. That first part is one thing. If the special meeting was called to discuss a particular item as advertised per open meetings laws, these are laws, there is the possibility that no action should have been taken on any non-advertised topics, and I'm not talking about this specific meeting, but on any special meeting. So in the Jacksonville case, did council violate the open meetings law? I would think that the city's attorney may want to look at it. Any media and any person may seek legal action in the cases of open meetings law violations. Y'all know that. That can be done. I can do it. You can do it. Any media can do it. They can take them to court. It's a very complicated thing. I asked for a copy, and I got a copy of the notice that was posted last Saturday. Dealing with this whole deal. And it says that there's a special meeting to discuss North Carolina House Bill 1038.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too broad to allow people to, because under normal conditions, you can't deal with anything that's not on that agenda. The only item on that agenda, as posted, was to discuss HB 1038 and to take any action if necessary. Is that too broad?
Yes.
So does that mean that they can allow that?
Oh, I don't mean that the agenda was broad. I'm just what you're saying. I'm just saying it was a special meeting, and the meeting before that, Rayford, they had decided to wait to the next meeting to discuss 1038.
Mhm.
So I see what you're saying, but I don't agree with what you're saying.
Well, what I'm saying is not whether you agree with it or not. These are just the facts. These are the facts.
Mm-hmm.
How broadly interpreted one may look at the published notice of the meeting is what's at stake here.
You know,
That's what the legal system does. They look at the notice. Here it is exactly. The topic for the meeting is as follows. This is what was written. Discussion item, action may or may not be taken. Resolution of City Council regarding NCHB 1038. That's a tough one.
why don't we ask the former
We're getting
Mayor
ready.
Pro Tem?
We're getting ready.
Maybe he can explain that for you, Rayford.
At the perfect time.
He's going to leave.
He's also a member of the North Carolina Senate, not the House now, so he doesn't have a real dog in that fight quite yet. Senator Michael Ozark.
Good morning. Well, you didn't tell me I was walking into a hornet's nest.
Well, I didn't know I was going to have one, and
Go ahead and have a seat.
You were on a roll.
well, I've been on a roll for several days. I mean, and it started with one council member calling another one a liar. And that just got me going right up front. So then I started looking, and I have about 40 pages in there printed out of stuff.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yes. It goes way back in time. But the question that I've got is, you served as mayor pro tem.
Yes.
You were on city council for, what, 6 or 8 weeks or something? How long were you
Just
there?
a few days.
Yeah.
Just a few
A
days.
veteran of the Jacksonville City Council, a Marine, so he's got some common sense as well,
Hoorah.
and a local businessman. So, I mean, he's a successful businessman, member of council, Marine, and now a state senator. So
Okay.
I'm going to give you credentials right up front.
Well, I appreciate that.
Impeccable. So, open meetings law, I'm discussing the open meetings law as opposed to the other part of it, because the open meetings law is kind of my turf too a little bit, because I've had to deal with those a few times.
So I did watch the meeting. I try to always catch up with the city and county meetings, so I did watch it. And I think to your point, the meeting was called for a special purpose. And while I'm not a lawyer, I do believe that anything outside of the noticed meeting would be out of order.
So a vote to redraw the district lines,
Well,
how far outside or inside of that, because they were discussing HB.
Yeah, so right, but the notice of the meeting was for a resolution of an up or down vote. as I understand it.
Exactly words.
Right.
The topic for the meeting is as follows. Discussion item, parentheses, action may or may not be taken, quote unquote. Resolution of city council regarding NCHB 1038.
That's correct. And so while you can discuss a lot of things, the action item is what is noticed. You can't just bring up other things
Like
and
redistricting.
make motion. Yeah, I'm not saying that motion isn't appropriate at the appropriate time, but for that special meeting, I think it's very questionable. Again, I'm not an attorney, but as I've been around the open meetings law for a long time, and even in our body, we don't deviate from the notice. And oftentimes as members, we have other things we want to tie into it, and we really can't, because whatever's noticed is what you're legally allowed to discuss. Now, they could have asked for they could have denied the request or tabled the request and then called for, I think any two council members can request, if I remember correctly, another meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And then they could have that meeting noticed as a discussion item, and then at that meeting, make that motion. But at that particular meeting, I would think that it would be ruled out of order.
You know, I'm looking at
Not because of the motion itself.
yeah, but because of the timing and the lack.
Well, because of the public meetings notice. You can't, there was a special meeting for a specific item for voting up or down as noticed.
I'm trying not to be too much of a nitpicker, but this is something that to me is just as clear in the wording.
Mm-hmm.
Resolution of city council regarding NCHB 1038.
Right, resolution is the word.
That's the word.
Yeah,
It's the same
resolution.
thing as amendment number 2 in our Constitution.
That's right.
Shall not be infringed. It's simple.
So you're trying to say that those should be thrown out?
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know the legalities of the follow-up of that, but again, we're not talking about any member being able to make a motion.
Right.
Was it appropriate at that meeting? In my opinion, anything other than the discussion of the resolution of either support or denial was really the only discussion
Gotcha.
Now you see where I'm going, don't you?
Now
For
I understand what you're trying to
for
say.
that meeting. And again, that's just how it works. That's how it works in our body. That's how it works in most bodies. That's the whole purpose of public notice.
Yeah.
So you can't just, so for example, you make and I don't even think you can add items at will after the notice.
You can add something, but you cannot deviate from the original intended purpose. You could,
And particularly because it was a special meeting.
that's the key. And it was advertised on Saturday prior to the Tuesday meeting. That's the date that I got. I just found this extremely. It's got to be fixed.
Yeah, I don't know what the recourse is. Again, that's for a legal mind. I am not that. But
Well, we'll have to delve more into that then. Rayford. You may have started something
I
here.
blew that one up.
Oh.
well, I've had several other people ask me about it.
Same thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
right.
I asked Rose Marshburn yesterday. I called her
Mhm.
at the city clerk. I got her, and I said, "Can you send me the exact?" And that is the exact resolution. That's the exact notice of the special meeting.
And again, what we're discussing is not whether you're pro or con.
No, it doesn't.
It has nothing to do with that.
That's
What you're asking is procedural questions.
Well, because an action was taken that's going to create a group of people to go out there to redraw these lines. That's what what the motion did was, and they've already started that process.
Yeah,
I know that for a fact, don't I?
Started what process?
To get people together to go redraw that line.
what was the reaction from Marshburn?
Well, all I asked was for that. She did not give me an opinion. I just asked for a copy of this. I don't think some of these individuals, there's one lawyer needs to be talking about it. City council. City lawyer.
Yeah,
Needs
she's
to be
good too.
looking at that closely.
I like her. Oh, well, let me.
I think she's doing a great job.
I think so.
This whole thing would have slipped by a normal person, but obviously you and I know I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We know you get on it, it's over.
Well, when I see it, and it's just like, and it's because of the open meetings law, not whether they can add other stuff. This was not advertised to the public that anything like this could happen.
Okay, question, and maybe you can answer it. If this is the case, what happens next? Do they have to put it back on the agenda
We'll have to put it on an agenda.
and
I would think
specify and
I would think
revote?
so.
Yes.
The
Okay.
reconsideration.
My opinion was there was so much chaos at that meeting. There was so much chaos at that meeting that I don't know how anybody kept up with anything.
I think looking at this
chaotic.
would give them an opportunity to say, you know what, let's take this whole deal.
Mhm.
If we want to discuss going in and redrawing the ward district lines, let's put that on the agenda. That can be done.
Absolutely. Any two council members can
Right.
request a meeting,
Yeah.
a special meeting.
To discuss redistrict lines and redrawing redistrict.
That could be the topic of the meeting.
That would be clear and open to the public and clear to the public. This is not. Council went beyond what the scope of the special meeting.
I watched the meeting. There was a lot going on.
Yes, it was.
A lot
Well, I can
of
understand.
emotions
Yes.
were being, displayed, and it got real confusing, and that, when you get a bunch of folks in a room that has some disagreements, it can easily get out of control,
They can.
and decorum gets thrown to the side, and
Yeah.
you have to try to keep decorum in the court for
Yes, it
for
does.
lack of a better word. And I think it just got out of hand, and then a motion was made, and it was made after people were very tired and emotional, and I think it was missed that was not
And
part
honestly,
of the
I think
meeting.
it was well intended. Okay,
Agenda.
let's put a capper on this whole boondoggle stuff that was going on. There was a
Right.
lot going on that should not have been going on. So it got out of control, not to anyone's fault. And one person had to see the police and be removed.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Thinking back when I saw that in my 15 years, I don't remember a time that we had to do that. Honestly, I really don't. That was
You didn't know said individual made physical contact with the police
well.
officer.
So from the viewer, you can't see any
No,
of
this
that.
was
Yeah, it was in the
outside.
hallway.
Oh, outside, I didn't
Outside,
see any
uh-huh.
of that.
Yeah,
So
you
that
don't see that.
a little disappointing there.
It was
Yeah,
really
it is.
disappointing.
But again, emotions are high, and that's why it's very important to, on contentious issues, I know what we do. We have contentious issues as well.
Just
But
go
a lot
ahead.
of times, the chair, like for example, if I'm chairing a contentious issue, and I will set the rule and standard right from the time we're going to take comments, and it's going to be 5 minutes for, 5 minutes against. So you'll have 5 minutes if you're for, and you're going to have 5 minutes if you're
There you
against.
go.
Nothing more, nothing less. And it could be 3 minutes.
Yep.
And the whole purpose of that is, you could state whether you're for or against in a short period of time.
Right.
And that just helps keep decorum. It helps keep emotions down, regardless of the issue.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter what the issue is.
It just makes a much more stable operation.
That's
So,
right.
Let's do a quick
Yeah.
weather break, and that way we can change topics
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
want to hear what's
Let's
going
do
on in the
something good.
state.
We got
Let's argue about the state stuff.
We're going to argue about something else.
Good.
What are we going to argue about? No, we're not arguing. We're done arguing.
Oh, we're done arguing.
Taking a look at
Okay.
the marine forecast today, out to 60 nautical miles. And the senator here, he's got a
Excuse
boat. He
me.
may want to run out there, but I do it today and not tomorrow. Southwesterly winds 5 to 10 knots today, becoming southerly 10 to 15 later today. Seas only 2 to 3 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Go get her, become a moderate chop later today. That's a sign of things to come tomorrow. Southwesterly winds 15 to 20. That's not good. Gust up to 25. That's even worse. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Not nice for small boats. A chance of showers, a chance of thunderstorms, mainly in the morning. I hope that just stays offshore. Sunday, southwesterly winds 15 to 20, gusts to 25, diminishing to 10 to 15 in the afternoon. 3 to 5 footers on Sunday again. A chance of showers, slight chance of thunderstorms in the morning, then a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Bring it on. Let's get some rain.
Today, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Mostly sunny with a high near 92. Light south wind increasing 6 to 11 miles per hour in the morning. Winds could gust as high as 18. Tonight, excuse me, a slight chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 76. Saturday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high near 91, with heat index values as high as 101. So the air conditioner had better be working at the training range.
It will be. It will be. Oh, I have a fan like you wouldn't believe if otherwise.
It'll be hot.
Yeah, checking with the ham radio guys, our buddies in the morning, the weather team, shall we
Weather
call them.
team.
Lee is one of them. She led off this morning in the Woodlands, 71 degrees, 90% humidity, 30.10 inches of mercury. Calm, no wind, no rain. That was pretty much the case across the board. Nobody had any water in their rain gauges. At the borough, Joe down that way, over, I guess, is not down, had 73 degrees, 97% humidity, 30.08 inches of mercury. Joe also ran on over to Emerald Isle. He took a little bit of a walk there. 78 degrees there, 78 early in the morning, 80% humidity. He had a southwesterly wind. He said it pretty light at the time, 2 to 4. He sent us a picture. We are posting it. We'll have it up on Facebook soon, if not already. Oh, well, she'll get it. It's a beautiful picture. Sunrise over Emerald Isle. Michael up in Crew, Virginia. It's weird. 69 degrees and partly cloudy. Ward, our buddy over in Cedar Point, 76.8. He loves to be specific. 88% humidity. 30.17 inches of mercury. He had a light breeze, southwesterly 2 to 4. Richard, Jones County, 70 degrees and 93% humidity. He could see forever now. 88.7 miles. 30.11 inches of mercury, east-southeasterly winds. They were pretty light, he said. Dale checked in from River Bend, 69 degrees, 98% humidity, 29.99 inches of mercury. He says he doesn't trust his barometer. Winds were non-existent. Randy in Southwest at 66 degrees, 99% humidity, 30.10 inches of mercury. And he also reported low fog. I'll post his picture later. He had fog at ground level. It was cool looking.
Okay.
He said, but it smelled like stale smoke. Well, somewhere there was a wind, some fire somewhere or another, and it just hung around up in there, way up, and it's come down. Kim over in Onslow Bay had 70.5 degrees, 80% humidity, and Lee checked in from Back Swamp this morning. He said it was 66 degrees and calm. So we're looking pretty good for the weekend.
Yes, we're looking very good for the weekend.
And tomorrow morning, because tomorrow morning, as our senator, who also goes by KN4
KF.
KF4 RRE.
RRE. That's what
It's an oldie.
It is.
WD84 is an oldie.
That's an oldie too.
That's a me time. WD84HMR. But anyway, Ham died in Will Ham. KF4FE RREE. RRE.
I already have a question.
KF4RRE.
Yeah, I already have a question for the senator.
Uh-huh. Why?
Do we have a 27 vote on the state budget yet? That's
I
from
knew you
Jack.
would be asking that.
That's from Jack.
So we may be voting on the budget as early as next week, but most likely it will be the week of the 6th, I guess, 7th, 6th and 7th, Tuesday, Wednesday,
6.
after the
The
4th.
4th is a Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be that
That
following
week of
week.
the 6th.
That's what we anticipate. But it may be as early as next week if we can button up a couple other items.
Good.
Yeah,
Good,
so
good.
we're getting there.
How come the federal government can't get its budgets done and the state can't get its done on time? By law, you're supposed to, right?
Well, no. So here we don't, in North Carolina, we don't have continuing resolutions.
Okay.
We do, in fact, but we adopt 2-year budgets.
Oh.
We adopt biennium budgets. So in the long session, you'll adopt a 2-year budget. And typically, when you come back in the short session, you're just doing shoring. You have,
Making changes here.
making changes, technical corrections. Maybe you want to give some additional raises that you didn't give in the
Ever
first
take away
line
money?
budget. We've made some adjustments. Yeah, we've moved some money around. Sure. Yeah, we call those technical corrections. Let's just say a member was allocated money for a fire department, and all of a sudden that fire department can't go where it's supposed to, and any changes would have to have a technical correction associated with it because it can't just go wherever. So we do a lot of technical corrections, as you can imagine, throughout the state, a lot of provisions.
The budget that I used to have in TV as a manager of the news operation, I don't know, corporate, 45 TV stations is a big corporation, right? A major corporation, Raycom Media. And they forced us, they gave us a list of stuff that we had to do. Every year, videotape was one of the budget items, and they just put in there $3,000. Do you need more or less in there? I don't remember the last time I bought a videotape.
Yeah, that's
Everything was digital.
a little bit out of date.
I spent that money on other stuff.
Yeah, we don't do that.
They never, I bought related stuff, hard drives and whatever for the cameras and that kind of thing. And
But believe it or not, we have an incredible staff, and the budget process at the state goes through many levels. You have the various chairs that go through it first for every agency, whether it's DHHS or
Right.
transportation. And then it goes through another process with the higher budget chairs. And then, it goes through the final process. So it is a fairly vetted process and very
as
complicated.
it should be, by the way.
Yeah, very complicated. Now, do I agree with everything? No, not 100%. But I think for the most part, we do a pretty good job, scrubbing through and making sure that we bring forward a budget that.
There are folks at the state level in our legislature, both the state and the Senate and the House, and also at the federal level. We see certain individuals all the time on camera here, there, and everywhere. Then we see individuals, we hear about individuals who are kind of behind the scenes, and senators and congressmen and state house guys. We see them actually getting stuff done. To their credits, when you look up things like you do, we don't see you hanging around a camera out there every time there's a camera. And I know they got them waiting for you.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to be a camera hog can be one, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm not one of those
I
guys.
noticed that.
I've never been.
You just get the work done.
I'm an introvert by nature, so I have no desire to be in front of a camera unless I have to. I prefer to quietly just work. And that's just.
Would you say that you get more done that way?
It's been successful for me. I spend a lot of time doing the things that I need to be doing. And that's, building relationships, working with other people, helping other people accomplish their goals and mission. And I do a lot of that when I can, helping other members, newer members, navigate the system. And,
when you get to the state level now, you are from Onslow County,
Mhm.
and you no longer represent any other county, right?
Nope,
But your vote counts as to what happens in all of the other counties when it comes to a vote about they need this or they need that, or
That's
when
right.
we need this and we need that. And I know you get involved in assisting in those other locations doing stuff, because a lot of it will come back to help us or hurt us if we do or don't, right?
Yeah, so I'd spent a lot of time being involved in the League of Municipalities. I was the president for 2 years. And during that time, I got to know most every mayor in the state. I helped develop the military host cities, basically made up of other cities that have military bases that deal with similar issues, different cities, but similar issues as it relates to being a host city for military communities. So I believe that the years of experience that I've had helps the work that I do at the state, because I understand, local government, I understand the impacts of legislation, and, understand budgets fairly well. And it's just helped having that experience, being able to navigate policy at the state. So it is very helpful.
Well, I will say, and probably my esteemed colleague will agree, that we got really lucky here in Oslo County
Yes, we did.
we had a very experienced senator that you followed in his footsteps when he decided to retire, Senator Harry Brown. No Ken, y'all, but he's close enough. He should be Ken. But when he left, it was like, oh my God, we got to start from ground zero. And we got to get somebody that's, just out of school doing their doctor routine or whatever, to work in the Senate for us. I know you walked in swinging.
You did.
Well, Senator Brown did an incredible and amazing job representing Onslow County and the state. While we do represent districts, just like when I was in city council, I was Ward 3, but you make decisions for everyone. And at the state, I never completely focus on my district. While I do focus on my district, most of the decisions that we make and it impacts everybody in the state. And that's rewarding. And it was the same way when I was in Ward 3. I was telling someone that asked me about this whole ward system thing. In the time that I spent in the city, I can't recall a time where we had a decision that was ward centric, like
That only impacted.
that only really impacted a particular ward. Again, this is during my time. Almost every decision we made, as it related to the budget, as it related to recreation, as it related to trash pickup and services that we provided, it was always the city, how it impacted the city. And because again, you're very limited in what your authority is as a council member,
As an individual,
as an individual. And so, recreation, when we did the splash pads, when we took care of the various parts of the city, it was always what's best for the city, and while I understand, the local representation, I just know that during my time, and I could ask any member now, what have you voted on that was just for your ward? I'm not sure that they could really answer that
or
question.
actually support it.
But I totally understand, the philosophy of having that
Right.
representation. So I'm not arguing that. And it's the same for the state. I represent, District 6, Onslow County, but I can tell you that much of my decision making is statewide. Now, obviously, we have local issues, local bills that are
A lot of regional stuff.
a lot of regional stuff that is important to me, and I don't ever forget that. But generally, everything you do impacts other people.
Well, I have a question.
Sure.
It's kind of two questions on the same thing.
Okay.
Senate Bill 817, that is to annex various military property in Jacksonville. There has been a lot of
Heard about that
talk.
yesterday too.
That was a lot of, in my opinion, misunderstanding
Yeah,
of
there's
people. So would you explain
sure.
that?
I'll be glad to. So many years ago, a lot of us, and I'd mentioned that we created military host cities in support of communities that had a base in their community, and how we support the families, how we support the military, and how we build these relationships. And that there could be shared services that we could provide, or cities could provide their neighbors, that would benefit both of them. And about 7 years ago or so, the federal government allowed for military communities to enter into contracts with their local bases if it made sense, and they're called IGSA contracts. And so throughout the years, we've developed some of those contracts. City of Jacksonville, of course, Camp Lejeune has been annexed for a very long time, so that's already been the case. And because of that, we've developed these IGSA contracts, and there's about 7 or 8 of them, but most importantly, a couple of them are, the traffic light signaling. So if you recall, we invested a great deal of money to implement the intelligent transportation system in Jacksonville. That basically you have a command center at the public safety building, and it controls mobility within the city. It has cameras all over the place, and if there's an accident, they can help control the signaling and rerouting. And so through that experience, the base reached out and entered into a contract with the city of Jacksonville, because when their traffic lights were out, it would take weeks to get them repaired. And so
I'm not even surprised, but I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, so they entered into a contract with Jacksonville, and now we maintain those traffic lights on base, and they're connected to the transportation system. And so we provide all that service for them. And another one is we do hauling services for the base when they need gravel or they need dirt, and in some of the training areas and ranges, they're using our dump trucks, or they're using aggregate that we provide or we get. And so there's all these shared services, and
I wasn't aware of that.
yeah, and then we have mutual aid agreements, whether it's water redundancy and other things, law enforcement, comms, a variety of things. Anyways, with the growth of MARSOC, MARSOC used to be the rifle range.
It was.
Nobody went out to the rifle range. Well, now it's a city within a city. And through that growth, they wanted, they have asked to extend some of their services to that area. And of course, Sandy Run is, fairly new range.
Yeah, I went out there when it was Combat Town.
That's right, Combat Town.
That's where it began.
And so in order for us to provide those services or extend the IGSA contracts, they have to be in the jurisdiction. And so in doing the annexation expansion, that allows them to continue those contracts in those areas. But essentially, that is all it really is. Jacksonville does not have ETJ authority. They don't have any satellite annexation authority. Essentially, if it were to happen today, tomorrow would be no different from today. It would still be Stone Bay. It would still be Sandy Run. No one would notice.
You're not going to be responding to bomb threats.
They have their own public safety on base. There's no taxation ability. We don't get any tax advantage.
Can we change that, and maybe
yeah,
tax for all of Camp Lejeune? Ooh,
yeah.
We wouldn't pay taxes
That's right.
ourselves. We could just go without it.
And more importantly,
Yeah.
it's about a bigger picture. It's about these relationships. It happens at Fort Bragg as well. It happens at many of the other bases. It's about a comprehensive support system for our base. If you can think a little bit higher than just at ground level, it's this relationship that is much bigger than just an IGSA contract. For example, I know that Ron Massey communicates with base leadership every single week, probably 2-3 times a week, about needs, about just the various things that's going on base, off base. So this dynamic relationship is extremely important, not only for the base, but for the families that most often live in our community, because about 78% of military families live off base.
Yeah. Now, at one time, way back, if I recall, NC 24, aka Lejeune Boulevard at the time, outbound lanes, the right hand side, they actually were aboard Camp Lejeune.
Yeah.
But we, law enforcement, enforce the traffic laws on that section of the road.
Interesting. Well, I have a
but the
point.
MPs also had jurisdiction there.
Yeah, but
True.
there's a lot of different rumors that have gone around, and
Yes.
I've tried to do my best to explain, but this is not infringing on Holly Ridge. It's not infringing on Sneed's Ferry.
It's not going to gain anything.
There's
for
no
Jacksonville.
gain for Jacksonville other than this
And
extension of these contracts that are in place and have been in place for many years. And there's no population really at Marsac. I think they may have 2,000 troops.
That come and go.
Yeah, that come and go. There's no population.
I don't know how you count them aboard the base.
So essentially, that's what it means. There's no authority outside the lines of those jurisdictions, and Jacksonville's not going to grow into someone else's area. That is just simply not true.
That's Charlie. But before we talk to Charlie, I want to ask you a part 2 to that question.
Okay.
If you could comment on this and kind of give us your comments on it. When S817 came out, there was a lot of things being said about no communication with Holly Ridge, Sneed's Ferry, North Topsail. Same thing with the H1038, which is a House bill, not the Senate, about how we had representatives that just went ahead and did what they did without conferring with local people, local electeds. Now, what's your comment on that? Because there's been a lot of ugliness said about it.
Of course. Well, the city of Jacksonville has asked me for several years to work on this. So it wasn't just I woke up one morning and that's what I was going to do. I believe that it was well vetted on my part in terms of the viability of what we were doing. And what I mean by that is, number one, validating the fact that these contracts do exist.
Yes.
Validating the fact that base is not opposed. I've talked to the base several times to ensure, inspect what you expect. And it's important to understand that the base cannot go on record to support or deny an annexation. That is political, and they don't do that.
Got it.
But in essence, they appreciate the services, and they appreciate the opportunity for the expansion of the services. And they have not denied any other community to provide those services. Mm-hmm. They're not exclusive to the city of Jacksonville. So if others can provide those services, then they should contact the base and ask to provide that. And so, having said all that, when the concerns came forward from the Mayor Holly Ridge, who's a fine gentleman, and we work well together, and have a lot of respect for him. When it became apparent that he had some real issues with it, I did get them together in another meeting subsequently, and because I do not want to run legislation that creates dissension and make people unhappy.
So is everybody on board now?
So had a good meeting, and I believe that we're at a place where the mayor and Holly Ridge is okay with what we made a little tweak in his area that was reasonable to make him happy, and so I think we're at a good place now.
Okay.
Sneed's Ferry is not a township,
Nope.
and so, but I believe we're at a good place.
And there you go.
And we have a caller from California.
California.
Yeah, Charlie or Bill today. I'm not sure which.
Okay.
Hey, Charlie.
So he lives in
He
California?
lives in California.
Okay.
Charlie?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
You're doing fine. We have Senator Mike Lazara, a state senator, here in the studio with us this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so I was just researching. I just Googled his name. He has a sign company, right? What kind of sign company do you have? Vital Signs?
I do.
What is Vital Signs?
It's a full service sign company. We manufacture signage. We do printing. We do just a variety of signage, banners, decals, wraps.
I'm picking up one today for the Ham Club.
Yeah.
When I don't know the difference between a state senator or like an assembly person. It seems like there's so many different titles. So many, I don't understand any of them. So, you're a state senator, correct? How many state senators are there in your state?
50.
Is it a paid position? Do you get a salary?
I do. We get $13,629, I believe.
God.
It's funny. I was listening to something in Los Angeles. I may live in California. Who knows where I live? But it turns out that all these elected officials, they get a budget. And in Los Angeles, they get upwards of $1 million plus. And they can do whatever they want with that budget. They can hire, nice people, hookers. I don't know what they're hiring. But it seems like there's no accounting. There's no tab sheet where you know where that money is going. Is that like that in does everyone know where your money is going that you get?
Yes, and I think it sounds like California, but no, here we get we get $13,600 and some odd dollars. We get an allowance for stamps for new voters, or we send new voters a letter. But no, we don't have $1 million personal budget. We have a legislative assistant, but that comes out of a legislative budget. We don't control any of that. And I have one, but that's.
So the money that's allocated to you to distribute at your own, however you want to distribute it. Can I go to your website and see where all that money has gone? Where it's gone to?
When you say that it's allocated to me, are you talking about me personally?
The $13,000 is a salary. He does not have a budget, discretionary budget, right?
I don't have a discretionary.
Hold on. You only get $13,000?
Yes,
That's your salary.
that's my salary. Yes.
But are you giving money to your community where you can distribute it however you'd like to distribute? Are you giving?
Not automatically. We do get member discretion, but that is not guaranteed. So.
Okay, so I don't know how it works, but according to California, when these people are elected to office, they're given like maybe $300,000 or $400,000. They can do whatever they want with that $300,000 or $400,000. Maybe it's $1 million. Nobody knows where that money goes. There's not an accounting. There's not a breakdown of that money.
Okay, so to your question, if I'm given member money, to your point, everything that we distribute is on paper, and you would know exactly where every dime of it would be allocated to. If I allocated $50,000 to the Sierra Club or whatever, it would be in a budget item.
Let me ask you this: why would you want to go into politics? What do you get out of this?
I was a young Marine many years ago, and when I got out. I stayed in my community and worked locally, and I very quickly started getting involved with the local chamber of commerce, and I just enjoyed public service, and I did that for some time, military affairs, and someone asked me if I would consider running for city council, and I first said no, and then they approached me again, and then I decided to do that. And when I did, and I started serving, I developed a passion for service, public service, and I just enjoy policy work. I enjoy helping others, and I enjoy helping a community that I live in.
Let me ask you this. Are there people that are elected that you work with where behind closed doors with you and your family or constituents where they're corrupt? Are you aware of corrupt people in local politics that you work with? Are there corrupt people that you work with?
The answer to that is no. And we're bound by law that if we know of corruption, that we are obligated to report that. But having said that, I had the pleasure and honor of working with some incredibly great people that are high integrity, that are Christian, that just amazing people that are like-minded and work for the betterment of their community and the state for that matter.
Yeah, but you have people on the opposite side of the aisle, on the political aisle, that disagree with you, correct?
Of course. I have people on the same side of the aisle that disagree with me.
Yeah.
So there's nobody, from what you can tell, they're all honest, they have great integrity, you don't have any suspicions that they're corrupt, that they're not like...
so when you say corrupt, can you define corruption?
Yeah, I can.
Because I think we all have a different...
Yes, I can. Yes, I can define corrupt. Corrupt doesn't mean that they're taking money that they're not supposed to be taking. They're taking donations that they're not reporting. There's something listed about what they're doing. There's certain things about their character and their integrity that are disgusting. Yes.
No.
Because most of the people
I don't have that.
Really? Because my mother and father have all those characteristics. So you don't know one person in office that possesses those traits?
Sitting here and you're asking me that question, while I disagree with a lot of folks there, I can't point to anyone that I believe would take money and not report it, or take money for a specific purpose unless they believed in that purpose. If you're talking about campaign donation, I'm assuming that's where you're going with it.
I don't know where I'm going. I think that most politicians are narcissistic. I think there's a power trip with most of them. I think that most of them behind closed doors, if you knew who they really were, you would not vote for them. I think that some are good, but I think the majority are absolutely dirty. They're just not good people.
Okay.
Charlie, let me just interrupt before we have to move on. But in North Carolina, you live in an area that is well known for its unusual behavior and probably everything that happens.
Well, living in California, I can understand why he feels that way.
You were there.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly understand where you're coming from in California, but North Carolina is a much different state.
We have people. They have so much activity there that it's really hard for even the media to look at anything that's not extremely unusual. But here in North Carolina, there are reporters out there who are cutting their teeth just trying to get a big story or look for something, and they look into campaign financing. Believe it or not, they hear about if they hear about a senator that, well, let's check that out because that just didn't sound right, and then they go start nitpicking. They go nitpicking like I did with the city council deal the other day. That's a me thing, and I used to do that. I used to look for corruption. I used to look for things like that. The times that I found anything, it was nothing. And I'm a good investigator.
And just because someone takes a campaign check from a milk producer doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to vote with the milk producer. if that were the case, I think that we should probably do away with all campaign contributions.
Yeah. Well, it would be displayed on the evening news. Trust
Of
me,
course.
guaranteed here. But we're not
You
California.
know what?
We're not
Actually,
California.
okay, so I'm going to leave it at this. I apologize. I assumed something that wasn't there, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to journal some things. I'm going to write down some things in my journal. You know, Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, Kamala Harris, these are really, really good people, and I'm going to journal about them. Okay, have a good day. Thank you.
Are you serious? Oh my word.
Let's,
Funny note,
That was funny.
yesterday, just before, about 10 minutes before we got off yesterday
Nancy
morning.
Pelosi?
Yeah, I
Are
know.
you serious? Wow.
But
I'm
yesterday,
like, what?
That is not a good example.
ending my morning yesterday, Lee hands me a note that my wife had handed her. And the note was something this simple. Now,
A snake in the Benson hot tub.
and I'm like, okay, do I get up and go out there now? How big is it?
Wow.
What is it? But I went out after the show and there was a snake and had managed to crawl into an open deck box that she had washed out the night before and left open to dry. And it was a pretty good large snake. It was about 3-footer.
Good gracious.
Don't let him fool you. I heard squealing.
I don't do snakes, so
I don't do snakes.
Well, I
either.
usually, my this is the first, and I took a picture, and I sent it to our
Stinks.
beloved ham radio operator, who is a snake lady.
Mm-hmm.
She studies them, she deals with them, and all sorts of good stuff.
It's Jennifer.
And so anyway, she identified it as a snake that's a good snake.
Oh, Joy. I'm sorry. Joy, not Jennifer.
The snake
Sorry,
was
Joy.
something you could. It kills rats and stuff like that. So I took him and took the snake out into the edge of the woods alive and left him there alive.
Such a good humanitarian.
I was
man.
the only
you're better than me.
only time I've ever dealt with a snake, and that he didn't.
I would have thrown the whole box
Yeah,
over the back
his
of the fence.
maker.
Mm,
To
no.
include the hot tub.
Right.
Okay. We have
Joy.
Joy. Hey, Joy.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning,
Joy.
Joy.
How
How are you?
good. How's everybody doing?
Good.
We're doing good.
I just want to, I hope Charlie's still listening. I've known Mr. Lazar, Senator Lazar for probably, I don't even know, I'm not going to count how many years, probably closer to when he was probably finishing up with maybe the Marine Corps or sometime after that. I want Charlie to know that the politicians here, well, for Mr. Lazar, Charlie, North Carolina, and you cannot even compare North Carolina politicians with California politicians. I have known him for many years, and he started out as he's always been a very, very hard worker. He started small businesses, and he's a man of integrity. His principles, the way he thinks, the way he works hard for the people here in our state. I see him as a man that if he even knew of any corruption and could not say or do, there would be a way that he would make sure maybe he would get that person taken care of and there would not be any.
Call
But
Crime Stoppers.
I'm sorry, sir?
Call Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, really. I've done this Crime Stoppers before, and I would report him if I had to. But anyways, I just wanted Charlie to know that the gentleman sitting there is a great representation of what most politicians should be, and they should follow in his footsteps, because he's not a man to overreact, or I'm sure he has been through lots of adversities, but he seems to handle them very well, as he should, and there would be no corruption at all, as I have known before he even became a politician, within himself. I just think he's a great man. I think that he stands and represents our state well, not only to our county, but through all counties in North Carolina, and that he is well liked by his cohorts up there in Raleigh. And when he does his job, he makes sure that he's done the right thing and made the right decision. And I don't care what anybody out there says about him. He is for the people and always has been.
Very kind.
Thank you,
And
Joy.
Joy, your
And I had a
your
great
checks in the
mentor.
mail.
I had a great mentor early on by the name of Albert Likens. I'm not sure if you knew who that
I
is,
knew Albert Likens.
but a great human being and taught me a lot early on about integrity. So
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. I know how I feel about him.
I do. So
But
Thank you, Joy.
I
That
just
was
want to
very
try to
cool.
know that how our state and our people and our community it is not. We can't even compare many states of how you and the others represent North Carolina. Now we're going to have, and outside of the political realm, we're going to find corruption anywhere and anywhere you go. That's just how it is. I mean, but I don't like it when someone questions. When I've known people for years, and I think that by this time, I just want to thank you for what you are doing and what you have done through the years for the community before you were even a politician, and how you've helped out other businesses or other people or functions and have contributed to the community. And I thank you for being there in Raleigh and taking care of us, because
Amen.
I know that no matter when you make contact with you, you always get back to that person. It might not be right when you want them to, but you are a man of your word, and you try your best to help the people that are here in Onslow County, and I'm sure throughout the state. And I want to thank you for that. And I hope Charlie understands what I'm trying to say to him.
thank you so much, Joy.
All right.
I very much
Thank you,
appreciate
Joy.
that.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. And I thank you guys, and y'all have a good week.
All right, you too.
You too.
Bye.
Well, I know we're running out of time.
So what else?
because I did want to ask you about the Medicaid. I know that there's a work requirement now in order to receive Medicaid. And so explain that. And I know that you've made some adjustments on the Medicaid. And is it Medicaid that the county jails are having issues with getting enough to cover their
Yeah, so
inmates?
That's a good question.
they cover
Great
inmate
topic.
for a period of time when they go to the hospital. If they
Right.
need to go to the hospital, they have a 24-hour coverage. But yes, there is a work requirement piece. Medicaid is going to be one of our biggest challenges in the
Yeah.
future. I mean, 1.2 billion, and it continues to grow. And this is not considering the expansion. Counties have to, face reauthorization, which is very expensive to keep reauthorizing folks to stay on Medicaid rolls. But it's a significant load for the state. But we're committed to taking care of our people. Our people, need health. And but you read about Medicaid fraud all across the country,
Yes.
and so we're very in tune to
Got double down on that.
how do we provide these services, but ensure that there's no fraud, ensure that we're not doing more than what we need to on a
Right.
basic level, so we can keep our costs down. It's a very complicated system.
Well, I know our state auditors were working hard at uncovering a lot of that fraud.
Well,
Yes.
we uncover it, we prevent it from ever happening, so we can save money too.
Right.
We've got one more caller here. We'll take you. I know you got to get out
Yes.
of here too.
Yes.
You have a question for the senator? Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. Hi, my name's Steve. Thank you, Senator Wazara, for participating in this forum, and most importantly, Semper Fi, brother.
Thank you, Semper Fi.
So I'm going to be as brief as possible because I know you have a schedule. I met with you in 2024 in your office in Raleigh, and I still appreciate that opportunity as well. And one of the one of the issues that I wanted to discuss with you was the fact that Superior Court judges by statute are authorized to order defendants who have been found guilty, convicted felons, to pay restitution to victims when a case is heard in a jury trial. However, they are not authorized to do the same by statute when a case is when there's a plea agreement that resolves the case. This was very personal to me because my daughter was killed in North Carolina. We did, over the 4 years that we were waiting for trial, we were traveling for pre-trial hearings and meetings with the district attorney's office from New Hampshire, and arranged for 14 family members to be at the trial to speak on her behalf. And at the last minute, we were notified that he had accepted a plea agreement. It meant tens of thousands of dollars for my family, which I know is water over the dam, but I wanted to discuss that with you because I'm sure it affects other families as well.
So
we had a very productive meeting, and when I left, I was thrilled with the results, with our conversation, and you said you would look into it, and we would be in touch.
right. And
However,
go ahead.
I'm very respectfully asking why the communication ceased at that point, because I had reached out to follow up with the conversation and never got an email back or had a phone call returned.
So, first of all, good morning. And again, once again, I'm sorry for your loss. I do remember our meeting very well. And if I'm not mistaken, and I'll follow up, but we did respond. And the response was that the judges, the Superior Court judges, do in fact, in plea bargains, are authorized to require restitution. They can even in a plea bargain, restitution can be part of the plea bargain. They're not.
The judge is not bound by whatever bargaining that a district attorney and a defendant.
And I'm sorry if you didn't get that, and I'll follow up. But I drafted an email. I'm not doubting you, but I certainly never saw that follow-up information. I just know it. I looked into it right. I looked into it right away, and there was no change to be made because they're authorized today to.
I've always thought they were, because they are not bound by whatever the plea bargain is. The judge has the final say.
They have the final authority in that. Now, whether they did that in your case or I'm not sure, but
it was a matter of discussion in the courtroom during the sentencing hearing. The judge actually questioned the district attorney as to whether he was authorized to do so, and the answer was no. That may have happened. That may have happened in error, and that doesn't make me happy, certainly. But I do appreciate your diligence.
No, they are authorized at that disposition. Whenever a case is disposition, they make the final call, even in a plea bargain.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate that, and I have nothing further.
I'm very sorry for your particular case. I remember it very well. We had a great discussion, and again, I apologize if you did not get the email. But
Steve, what going to be looking into it too. But
I did look into
talking about maybe Steve's particular case too.
Oh, okay. No,
so Steve, if you will do not mind, if you will drop us a telephone number where I can reach you, I would love to have a chat with you. This is one of the things that I do. So if you want to send You can send an email to.
Or you can just do a message or
you
on
can send a message, or you
Facebook.
can email me direct. It's rayfordbrown@gmail. It's real simple. RAEFORD Brown@gmail.
So I will certainly do so.
Okay,
Okay, thank
Steve, put something in the topic line so that I will know what it is. So
Bless you,
it's
Steve.
not one of those generic emails that I have to just get rid of hundreds a day. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, Steve.
You all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, Steve. All right. Any parting words?
No, just appreciate all that you do. And I guess for the listening public that always try to remind everyone that our office is open 24/7 for any assistance and any variety of categories. Just please contact us. Our emails online. We have a newsletter that we put out every couple of weeks.
Yes, you too.
That's pretty detailed. Again, we're here for you, and please reach out to us and be glad to meet you in Raleigh and district. And at the very least, shoot us an email, call our office. And my LA assistant, Adam, is incredible. And we're here to help you.
Thank you so much for
And
what
thank
you
y'all
do.
for having
We
me.
appreciate it. And
Thank you for what you do for us.
And his straight up Mike
Right.
with a call sign.
KF4RRE.
I have
You're going to be joining us
I
tomorrow.
will be there.
Thank
I'll
you.
be
You'll
there.
be at field day tomorrow.
Are you
folks.
going to the other meeting tomorrow
Which one?
at Golden Corral? Like, 3rd District?
Is that tomorrow as well? I need to check mine.
That's at 1 o'clock.
I
That's not
check,
as important as
I
that.
check calendars by morning.
I
I
understand.
understand that one.
So,
I'm going to go long enough for that and then run back over to the other end of town.
yes, probably answer your question. I'll probably go there as well. So,
And
but thank you all. I appreciate what you do. Thank you for
Well,
keeping the public informed.
I'll be over at the Vital Signs place because
Yeah.
I got to pick up that sign. That's a big one because I'm going to be putting
Okay.
that up tomorrow.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you for straightening out a lot of things
Yes.
happen and people just go off
Yeah.
and start assuming
And look,
things that
And I'm available. Just call me.
Right.
My number's public. I answer my cell phone. If not, I will call you back.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, like regarding that particular bill, there is nothing that I will move that is not 100% above board and accurate.
Yep.
I would never have done that if
Knew
it
that.
wasn't right.
I just wanted you to put it
Yeah,
out there
so,
for those listening
That's the way it's supposed to be done.
because that's the way it's supposed to be done.
Senator, thank you.
Thank you again.
Always
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
appreciate
You
what you do.
too.
Taking the time.
Thank you.
Senator Mike Lazaro, representing Oslo County and all of North Carolina. He's one of us. He's one of those good guys out there. Okay, let me do look up a little bit of weather here, and thanks for your calls too. And I have to too for his work with City Council and his knowledge of the open meetings law. That was good. I think that helped you a little bit too this morning
Yes.
because
Because I wasn't fully
I
understanding.
know people don't.
I was thinking you were talking about something else.
Nope.
But now that you laid it out line by line,
It's the
I get it.
It's the open meetings law. It's as simple as that. I mean, it's to me.
What you were trying to say is there was one thing on the agenda. It did not say anything or break it down like we're going to take a vote. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
Resolution
That's right.
about HB 1038. That means what are we going to do, if anything, about HB 1038? It doesn't say that you can go out there and order Pepsi Colas on the side. It's which is
Well, I know the meeting before that, there was a motion on that, but they said, we're not going to do it tonight, blah, blah, blah. We'll do it another time. So they called the meeting together to do that. And so the special meeting was about discussion on 1038.
what are we going to do about 1038?
So to take a motion to change the districts, remap them, in my opinion, is a waste of time, money, whatever, because
It ain't going to hold up, y'all.
it's not going to hold up regardless. So don't forget your cup. I like that.
Got it.
Bye.
It was
All
hidden.
right. See you tomorrow.
It was hidden, hiding. It was camouflage, right?
Well, the thing about it is,
The cup.
say they remap. All right, you're still going to have the same issues that you have now.
I don't care if you draw a big old circle around it and put hearts in it. It does not matter one bit in this world.
It's the base that is the issue.
It does not matter one bit in the world if the state says 1038 goes through, there will
That's
be
right.
no more district lines in Jacksonville.
So let's spend 30 days working
Give 'em
on
time. Let's
new
figure it.
lines and get them all in there. And the Board of Elections has to redo everybody. And then guess what? 1038 just dropped. You know what that means? All that work that you
Waste
did
of
was
time.
for nothing. And the whole problem, from what I'm understanding about the mapping of the wards, whether it's how they are right now or how they will be 6 months from now, the issue is we cannot fairly represent the wards because we've got so much of the base population in the wards that don't actually vote
I
here.
think you would have to divvy up every bit of Camp Lejeune
Make it
1/4 at a time into each one of the districts.
Well, that's what I said, but I was told that when you map something, it has to be continuous. You cannot skip over a body of water and keep the line going. Now, I remapped city routes and rural routes for years with the post office. We could do things a little different than what the city's doing.
Actually cross the river.
Yes, I mean, if it's just cross a little bridge over the river and it starts a new block, we could do that. But, you know, and so I have to familiarize myself more with what the city rules
Governments are
this
different.
government,
Yes, absolutely.
whatever. But I just would like just putting 1038 to rest. I just really hope and pray that we can just move past this and get back to having normal city council meetings. That
And
was just
if you want to
chaotic.
discuss 1038, that's fine. But when you
Right.
get to it, start into a 1040,
Yes,
as
absolutely.
did occur Tuesday night,
Yes, right.
that's beyond belief.
By 1073.
We
Anyway,
ended up at 1072.
yeah, but yes.
Y'all have a clue what we're talking about, and that's probably a good thing.
Well, I did learn some stuff today. The intergovernmental support agreements,
Yeah, that's
what
what
he
I was
was
kinda-
talking about. The IGSAs, I say that. It's a partnership between the U.S. Department of Defense and state, local, or tribal governments, which explains that bill, that Senate Bill 817.
So you got that
Because-
down pat.
Got
We
that
learned a
down.
lot today, girl.
Yes, we did. And
In an hour and a half, we learned a lot.
that's just like I said, you know, that's why I
But
asked
you
him.
got to ask.
And I didn't want to make him uncomfortable, which I know he wasn't, but like, can a senator or House representatives decide to introduce a bill without telling the person, like the city government or mayors of other townships? Can they just do that, and why would they? So I think he explained that
He did good.
very good.
And I hope y'all understood. When it comes to a law,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now, if you got something out there that you got wishy-washy, you can go out and play around with. That's
Right.
one thing. But when it comes to a specific criminal statute, now you understand when it comes down to general statutes,
Right.
there's some criminal statutes involved, and the open meetings law is a criminal statute.
Right.
Okay, general statute. I'm pretty sure it's still a
Well-
criminal statute, but either way, people can be held accountable.
Yeah, and that's why I was asking him these questions, because people have a tendency, especially to put something on Facebook and start giving all these opinions and not knowing the facts, not knowing the other side, not knowing why, when, and where. I think he did an excellent job at explaining annexing some additional federal land into the city with the IGSAs and et cetera. And
I thought
Yeah,
that was
because
pretty cool.
I know when it first
I was
came
just thinking the
about,
grocery store, but
there were some people in other townships that were very upset.
The mayor was upset.
But they talked it out. He understands. I talked to the mayor Monday night. He goes, no, we had a great conversation.
Okay.
He said, we're good. We're good.
Weather's looking pretty decent through the weekend, but there's going to be a chance of showers and thunder boomers throughout. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just it's a possibility. Yeah. Offshore, now I'm not talking about on land. That's a you thing, but whatever happens offshore is a possibility that'll happen here. Because I watch radar. If y'all got radar, you might want to get it because it's one of the very few apps that I will include on my cell phone because it gets too busy otherwise. But you can look at radar any given time, and this thing called My Radar fills out a little bit. It's free. Okay, it's free. I don't know how we really ought to subscribe to it, but I'll reach over here and I punch it up, and of course it's going to go to what it senses wherever my location is. And my location, there's a big old blue dot there where I'm located, and I can look at the weather here. I can zoom out and look at all that rain is way offshore out there. Now this is so far out, it does not matter. Right. It hasn't settled down yet for a direction of travel. Always just barely moving. But you can go on out if you need to. If you got what's going on in Chicago or up to the Northeast, it's got scattered crap out there. We don't have anything specific here today. Storms that happen around here in the summertime quite often start developing around 11, 12 o'clock when it heats up. Now, when things get nice and hot, you never know what's going to happen. And it can be very localized and rain here, not across the street. As I ran into earlier this week when I was out doing something, it's pouring rain down on 17 South. But here, didn't even get a drop.
Nothing.
Here.
Yesterday, it looked like the sky was going to let loose.
It did. I heard thunder in a distance.
Not with me.
The other way I know when it's lightning, forget about this telephone. I come over here and turn my high frequency bands on, 20 meters, 80, 75 meters, 40 meters, and you will, bam, you hear the static crashes. Well,
I have a lightning meter at the house that thing beeps every time there's a lightning strike within certain miles, and it tells you where. So it's pretty cool.
That doesn't tell me where. It just tells me, you turn your radio off now.
Yeah, turn it
off. All right,
off.
now to 60 nautical miles southwesterly, winds 5 to 10, becoming southerly 10 to 15 later today. 2 to 3 footers, sounds and rivers of light chop. It'll get a little choppier as the day wears on. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 15 to 20, gusts to 25 in the afternoon, 3 to 5 footers. A chance of showers, a chance of thunderstorms, mainly in the morning tomorrow. This is offshore. Yeah, I don't know what the land masses, the heating of the land here is going to be. Offshore is what I'm talking about there. Sunday, pretty much the same thing, 15 to 20 out of the southwest, 25 knot gusts, diminishing in the afternoon. That's always a good thing. 10 to 15, seas 3 to 5. Chance of showers. That's what we want. A chance of showers, a slight chance of thunderstorms. Yes. Thunderstorms come and they go quickly. Showers are nice. There we need some nice showers.
Okay, today we have a very slight chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 92. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 76. Saturday, a chance of late afternoon showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high near 91. Heat index values will be as high as 101, and it's a 50% chance for late afternoon. So we're good so far. Saturday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 76, and we're looking at right now at 50%, so either will, either won't. And Sunday, showers and thunderstorms are likely, partly sunny with a high near 93, and the chances right now are at 70%.
Muggy and wet.
So it looks like you'll be able to set up all your antennas tomorrow.
Yes.
And get inside and relax before you start your contest.
I'm going to find somebody who wants to hold on to that antenna wire while it goes up in the air.
Right. That won't be me.
It's going to be pretty cool out there. You guys need to come on by and just take a look-see. We talk about it in here because we are amateur radio operators. Some of us have been doing this for a long time, and Lee hangs around the bands with her license that she can talk to all the local people here, there, and everywhere else through the repeater system. I love that. I've got multiple radios. There are 2 operational over there right now on those vans. I've got another one. Well, I got portables to handhelds, but I've got another one that I sent off to the factory because I blew it up. One circuit board in it, and you can't fix these things yourself anymore. We used to, but I can't do that anymore. It's one of those things the factories got to do it and tune it up. They're very sophisticated. But I love talking to people all over the world, and I do it. I got 2 radios in my Jeep out there. Do the same thing with. It's just a lot of fun. Now you can come out tomorrow if you would like to. Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, Sunday morning, through about 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and we're going to be operating as a club, a bunch of us, a whole heap of us, and they call it Field Day for a reason. We get out there. And we take stuff, our antennas, our radios, and we set up tables and just start operating as a portable, as though it's an emergency situation.
If you're coming to visit, bring cookies.
Chocolate chips are good. I won't turn them down.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal chocolate chips are even better.
No, I just want oatmeal with raisin.
That oatmeal with raisins and
I'm gonna
chocolate
make
chips
some.
are good. That would be great. You get some
I do
chocolate
that.
chips and
I'm
raisins.
thinking about tomorrow, calling today and placing an order for some pizzas from our
Lazzaro's.
favorite pizza place. And then after my meeting tomorrow, swinging by there, picking them up before I bring them out.
I like beef.
Like beef?
I like meat on the potato.
Oh, yeah.
on the pizza.
Oh, definitely. There'll be a variety. Yes.
They do a Hawaiian pizza too. That is just
I love Hawaiian
pineapple.
pineapple and ham.
Yes,
How many of you out there think pineapple should go on pizza?
absolutely. Who
With the
doesn't?
ham and cheddar cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Cheddar cheese, ham, and
Yeah.
pineapple. I had a neighbor that used to make pizzas all the time. And the first time he made one of those, I was like,
I thought it
and
was,
I tried it.
Foo-foo. But then you
Oh,
think
it was
back
so
to ham
good.
and pineapple. When your mama's baked a ham at
They
whatever
put
time,
pineapple
they
on it.
had pineapple,
That's right.
those canned pineapple things
That's right.
all over that sucker.
Yes.
Oh,
I made
so
a
good.
homemade pizza last night
There you go.
because I had a bunch of leftovers. I had some sausage, so I chopped that up, cooked it, and I had some ham slices, and of course, pepperoni. I still had pepperoni left.
Yeah, I've
And
seen my pizza.
Senator Lazar would have been proud of me because I made a great pizza, like a deep dish, and it was so
Tried it.
good.
I never could do it. Right.
Onions and Parmesan cheese on it, grated Parmesan. It was very good.
Me making
I have
pizza.
leftover too. That's what I'm eating today.
Why didn't you bring it over here this morning?
Could have,
I could have eaten it.
would have.
I would
But
have eaten
didn't.
it. Sure, you can
It's
correct
my
that.
lunch and dinner today.
I had make a pizza for me.
Right.
Okay, I'm not that kind of a. I don't have that talent, and it takes a talent if you want to do it right. Me, it's kind of like scrambling eggs. I've always said I want to try to, and I've tried a ton and again and again to do one of those things. What do you call those omelets?
Yes.
That looks really nice and cool and everything. Mine ends up scrambled eggs. I don't care how I start it.
Rayford,
It doesn't matter.
I'm the same way, and I have the perfect solution for you because Kelly Knapp taught me this. My
Really?
sister and I went and met them in Myrtle Beach one weekend and
You
stayed a week.
wait, you
This was
left
a
them?
couple years ago.
You
No.
left?
She made us omelets for breakfast.
Uh-huh.
They were the best ever. Thank you, Kelly. But she had ordered this little omelet maker from Amazon. No, Rayford, let me tell you, it looks like a waffle maker, only it's made to do omelets. You just mix up everything that you want, spray a little grease on it, heat it up, throw it in there, shut the lid. Give me that thing. Shut the lid. And when the light turns green, you open it up, and it's the best omelet.
You're making me
Perfectly
hungry.
cooked. Perfectly cooked.
You're making me hungry.
I'm gonna bring you my omelet. It's just
I
a little
was-
teeny thing.
I know what it was earlier. I was hangry, but now I'm hungry.
Yeah, well, when you
I
had to
got-
bring up pizza, and I was like, oh, I'm so hungry now. But yes.
Okay. Make it before 2:00. Oh, you can't though. You're gonna be.
Well, our meeting's at 1, and I'm going to try to leave by 2. I think there's going to be another person
Just bring me a
from.
slice wherever I'm operating because I won't get up. Go get it. You know that.
I think there's going to be another person coming in. That's
To take
from
your
my
place.
group,
Okay, take your place.
and I can say you're on your own. Bye.
I need a logger.
Yes. Yes, I know. So I'm going to leave there, go by, pick up the pieces that I haven't ordered yet. And then I'm going to go straight out
You
there.
leave your computer before you leave?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm going to bring all
Okay,
that
set that
in
up.
the morning. I'll be
And
there in the morning.
And I'll set that up too. Set mine
Anyway,
up too.
okay.
So we'll have to. Okay, we're talking.
Just, yeah. So we've had a good couple days with our,
And don't get me wrong, I'm not PO with anybody. And
oh, no,
Congressman Councilman Willingham,
emotions got out of hand.
yeah. As a practicing attorney here in North Carolina, this is not demeaning. This is just so people will know.
I thought you said he got disbarred.
As a practicing attorney in North Carolina, and the District of Columbia had his license to practice law suspended at time in the past. Okay.
What have you done, Jerome? What did you do?
You want to read those 40 pages? The story about all of this is very convoluted to the 10th degree, or the nth degree, probably, way out there. Since that time, after completing whatever requirements that the law board had in place, his license may have been reinstated. I don't know.
Okay.
I heard yesterday that was not the fact. The legal proceedings regarding the license coverings more than a decade. Here's something for you guys. If you ever want to do something, especially when you start looking at legal stuff,
Right.
if you want to sit down for a while and spend a long, long while, because you're going to go from this to that to that to that to that, and you have lots of research software, but especially, and not limited to, but especially Google. You can get a long ways on Google these days.
She can.
Take a look at any proceedings, the bar, that's the bar, okay, the legal bar. The bar, the North Carolina bars, if you want to do that, brings against lawyers and judges. There's a whole list of them that they put out there. Then you can click on them and go into each one of them. If you ever want to see what happens when its own police agency, the Bar Association, gets involved in looking at judges and lawyers when they get complaints, especially. They get a complaint, they look into it. Sometimes they get to the point that, yes, we can disbar them, but we need to refer this to the State Bureau of Investigation because there have been criminal acts committed. You just don't know where it's going to end up.
Right.
And when you start reading, to me, it can be the most fascinating journey you'll have, because you're doing a bit of an investigation yourself. You're investigating what the investigators have done, and that gets really, really interesting.
Right.
Interesting. Okay,
Well,
y'all might want to try that.
Let's pray for peace.
Uh,
County peace, city peace.
Here's a disgusting one in Georgia a couple of days ago. A Dollar General store manager.
Oh, no.
A Dollar General store manager. A nice lady, 3 children. Dude walks in, shoots her dead.
Oh,
He was later killed after police said he opened fire on the officers, and he had shot one of the officers and a canine. After they located him where he ran away. Investigators said 44-year-old Alexis Hill shot and killed at the Dollar General just after 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning. The man came into the store to buy a hamburger buns for $1.58, handed Hill 2 crumpled $1 bills for the $1.58 order, and then as he was straightening the bills, he said that as she was straightening the bills, the customer stepped to the side, pulled a gun, and shot her dead.
Did they have death penalty there in that state?
Oh, he was killed by the deputies.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. That's what you said.
Just after that, officers tracked him to a second scene, a second location. Columbus County Police said Columbus City Police down in Georgia said the suspect shot one of the officers in the canine. They returned fire, killed him, dead.
They didn't run over him with a bear cat. They just shot him dead.
They shot him dead.
There you go. Well,
They leaded him up. 33-year-old Jerome Willis, killed at the scene.
wow.
The injured officer has been treated and is expected to make a full recovery. Canine Havoc.
Love the canines.
Havoc is his name.
Havoc.
Is in
Yeah.
stable condition and will require some surgery that's already done, but he's in good condition, stable condition.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we even brought this up this past week. There's been so many, Rayford, right here in Onslow County in Jacksonville. 18-year-old Jacksonville man is facing multiple charges after deputies said he robbed a woman at gunpoint and threatened her. This is in Jacksonville. According to the sheriff's office, Brandon Keith Smith was arrested on June 21st, which was last Sunday, in connection with an incident that allegedly occurred on June 15th. Charging documents allege that Smith stole $200 from a woman, pointed a black pistol at her.
A black pistol?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why they described it like that, but anyway, and threatened to physically harm her during the encounter. He's charged with common law robbery, assault by pointing a gun, simple
What's
assault,
his name?
and communicating threats. Brandon?
Yep.
Keith, common. Smith, common. Years of age. Let's see what we've got on it. Go ahead. Go with it. tell you.
Was it a white guy? I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter.
Blackmail.
Blackmail.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see. That narrows it down.
I just because they have his picture.
And he is, you said, how old?
18,
All right, I'm going to put 17 to 19, just in case.
right? Interesting. It's just, I'm telling you, ladies,
Because sometimes they get it, somebody gives the wrong.
being a lady myself, well, being a female myself.
Well, he doesn't have a
Just-
criminal history in North Carolina.
It does
yet.
now.
Yet.
Well, allegedly, but
He will.
yeah, he will. That's ladies, please be careful when you're out by yourselves.
Wait,
Please be
where did
careful.
it happen?
It does not say, the story does not go into it. It was in Jacksonville.
That's just, well, I'm glad they got him.
Now, it could very well be possible that it's somebody he knew that owed him money. We don't know the full
You
story.
don't go after them
But-
with a gun.
But you don't point a gun. Communicating a threat. Threaten to physically harm the
Bad
person.
guys, there are lots of things you need to know. Let's do the, can we do the warning?
The
You
warning?
just have no clue. There are about 200, 250 deputy sheriffs in Oslo County with badges and guns. Okay, those
Oh,
are the
we
law
have
people.
grown.
Okay,
We have so
there
grown.
are to about 200. There are about 150 or 200
Right.
Jacksonville police officers.
Right.
There are a crap pot full of retired or ex-police officers and sheriff's deputies and
Mhm.
highway patrolmen. There are a bunch of highway patrolmen in this area too. A lot of these people, many of these people carry a gun. Okay, they carry a gun. They deal with bad people, so they've got experience and they carry a gun. Okay, your luck, and then there are the concealed carry parentees. You have no idea.
Right.
The best thing that could happen to you would be if you're going to rob somebody is that you rob a police officer or a former police officer, because they know when not to shoot you. They will try not to shoot you because they don't want to shoot you. There are a lot of concealed carry people. They're nervous.
The message here is don't rob.
When you pull a gun on
rob.
somebody else, and
Right.
even if you get their money,
Yeah.
you're probably going to get shot in the back. I mean, I'm going to wait till you turn your back, and then I will shoot you.
Why have we gotten to be so mean?
Well, I mean, that's
I
just
mean,
y'all need to understand. You're putting your lives at risk by trying to rob
Right.
somebody in this county or any other county in North Carolina because we're packing. There's a whole bunch of people in this county that are packing.
we be packing.
We be packing.
That's
There's
right.
your salt. There's your bumper
We be
sticker.
packing.
There's your bumper sticker.
I don't put anything out there that makes people know one way or another. Is she packing or is she not packing?
You should
Does she have
consider.
guns or does she not
You
have
should
guns? I
consider
don't.
everyone If
Oh,
you're a
every-
bad person,
Yes.
consider what the worst case scenario is
Everyone.
and go with it. If you think
That's
you're good
right.
enough,
That's right.
what you gonna do when your back's turned?
Well, we've had a good close of the week with our sheriff on here
Yes,
and our favorite sports editor, and then our senator today.
we done good
And
this week.
Monday, we have
Oh yeah,
YMCA coming in, Nicole and Charlie.
YMCA.
And they're going to catch us
Can
up
I
to
sing
date
it?
because let me tell you, I pass it every day. It is that it's going. And
It's
I
good.
think they're looking at March 2027, which is the next March, being able to open up those swimming pools.
I want to thank Rose Marshburn.
She's a nice lady.
I don't think I've ever met her in person, but I'm going
Yeah.
to go down there. I might take her a rose. That would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Hope her husband doesn't get mad about that, but whatever. I called yesterday for the clerk, and she answered, and she just answered the phone. Hi, this is Rose. Can I help you? And I said, well, yeah. Told her who it was, and she said, and I said, I'd just like to get the copy. If you could email me a copy of the notice
right.
that was published, sent out
Mm-hmm.
to notify everybody about the special meeting that occurred this week on
Right.
Tuesday. She said,
Right.
absolutely, that's not a problem.
She's a
I
very
didn't
nice
get the
lady.
phone hung up before it cleared my email.
Right.
Dude,
Wow. Wow.
talk about efficiency.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about efficiency.
Y'all need to hire a bunch of people just like Rose. You
I
wouldn't
went
need
down
to
to
have you could do half a
City
staff.
Hall. Was it Tuesday or
Mhm.
Wednesday? Went down to City Hall Wednesday, and I had to go into an office there.
Yeah.
It's Congressman Murphy's office. I had to
They
take
got a little
something.
space in there.
Yes, they have 2 offices and they're very nice. And so the gentleman at the front desk, I said, I'm just going back here down the hallway. No, you're not. No, you're not. What is your name?
Yeah.
I have to call them. I'm like, okay. But, and I was like, do you need fingerprints too? But
Strip search.
he did a great job.
He doesn't work there, by
did.
the way.
What?
He doesn't really work there. He was just trying to get your information.
He was behind the desk, and I was just like, do I need to go up against the wall for
TSA,
search?
here we
But
go. Oh, you were hoping.
he was a very nice man. He did his job,
Mhm.
and thank you for that, sir. But you were talking about City Hall. Everyone I've ever encountered in City Hall, absolutely wonderful. Oh, county too.
Yeah.
County too. We
I
have
love them when I get to the front desk out there and they point me toward the water department or wherever I got to
right. Yes. I haven't been to the water department in a very long time, so let's not bring that up.
go. I forgot what I was there for.
Yeah,
But
but-
anyway, it's okay. Okay, Charlie,
Right.
take a break this weekend and go put your journal together. That's what he was going to do, right?
Yeah. He said he was going to write in his journal today, write some notes. So there you go. Enjoy your weekend, Charlie, and everyone else. And keep an eye on the weather. We may, talk about electricity. Raver's getting a call from the electric company. The lights are about to go out. Anyway, as we wish everybody a happy weekend, please stay safe. Be
And happy
careful on the
field day,
roads.
y'all.
And, just take your time. Take your time on the streets, on the roads. Let's just sit back and be cool and be conscious of rip currency throughout the beach.
Yeah, just don't. Probably going to have it.
I haven't really seen any big warnings out for the weekend yet.
At the beaches we have, it's just going to be something.
There's always rip currents.
Yeah.
Anyway, other than that, that's all I've got.
Okay, have a great weekend.
See
We'll
you
see you on
later.
Monday. You're
Bye.
live in local real talk where we're awake, not woke, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.